Oh, hi. Yeah, okay. Anyways, good morning, afternoon, good day, good tomorrow, wherever you're at. Glad to see you. A few things happening today. Uh, at 1 o'clock, I believe I got the nurse coming in. Um, I guess she's a nurse. I'm not sure. I'm always confused with what they're sending you now. I know my mom used to have a house worker or somebody that helped her out. That was years ago. And now I think my daughter said there's another one there, another nurse. She's not a nurse, but she sort of like helps out and does things. So she's coming to check me out, fill out the paperwork. I mean, this getting stuff done is a long process, man. Don't let them fool you about that. Well, I told you when, excuse me. I told you when I was doing this, trying to get things organized. Well, here it is now, and it's still not organized, but at least I got people coming. It's a uphill battle. Uh, Sorry if I'm squinting. If you notice, they moved the house around a little bit. This table used to be over there. Now she wanted to put it right near the window. Probably too bright to see anything, but yeah, they're looking outside now. So I guess it's not that bad right now because the sun is still behind us. Like it's over there, so it comes up over there, drops down over here. So yeah. Um, so on that terms, yeah. I'm glad for all the. I'm glad about all the. Bleh, spit it out, Jeff. I'm glad about all the speed. I'm glad. Slow down. I'm glad about the feedback I've been getting from one of my last videos. I'm glad that people showed up and the input and stuff they had to say on my live. Thank you very much. Somebody mentioned, that. They did say that they were big too. So somebody mentioned, be better to lose weight, and it's like, yeah, well, I'm trying to. I don't think so. Like I don't think I do, but I mean, I obviously do. Talking to nurses and stuff, I'm heavily insulin resistant. Is it? Yeah. The word's a little bit boggling. Yeah, I'm heavily into insulin resistance. I take a lot of insulin. They just I take 185 units. That's a long term. That Tujo, I think it's called. That goes all day to the night, to the morning time. They upped it from 160 to 185. I'm taking 35 of my fast acting at least 3 times a day. Plus, I got a carb count, and I got to do my correction. So sometimes I'm taking 41, 50, 60 units. It all depends what I eat. Um, yeah, I'm taking, I take a lot of units every day, and my sugars are still, like I was all right this morning at I think 8 o'clock when I woke up. I didn't jump out of, I didn't jump out of bed, No, I didn't jump out of bed, but I mean, I got up, looked at my phone a little bit just for like, I had grogginess. My daughter came in, told me one of my grandkids is going to be staying home today. They're not feeling well. So I said, okay, no problem. And then, I got up, made breakfast. I like them carton eggs, right? I like them. So I had, a couple of eggs, I guess it's equivalent of. And I don't measure it, but I mean, I could just feel it, like, I don't like it too big or whatever. And then I had to eat some of I had a sausage left over from the other day, and then I had a little piece of ham, so I cut that up, and I had to eat that. Then I bought some mushrooms yesterday, tossed in a stalk of celery, and just a like little pinch of cheese. I did that, and and that's what I ate. Now, some people might say, it's like my daughter the other day said, "Man, that's a lot." And I said, "What do you mean?" It's like there's very little carbs in there. Oh yeah, there's a few carbs in there. Don't get me wrong, but like the eggs got one carb, one, and if it has any fiber, I got to cancel that out. So basically, mushrooms. I mean, I got a chart there with all the stuff that has no carbs and all the stuff that will increase my carbs. Cheese is the same way. I do like a lot of cheese, but I mean, I try to sort of like hold back, but I mean, that's my breakfast. So, yeah, and mushrooms. I had 3 mushrooms. So, I think I'm doing all right. I mean, it's just, and I don't know how much I weigh, so I don't know if I gained weight or lost, if I lost weight. Chances are I probably gained weight, but a lot of that, they're telling me, that's just due to my diabetes. And yeah, again, they brought it up. I got type 1 and type 2. Now, I don't know how the heck that works. I mean, my grandparents and my mother, they all had type 2. They got it after me. I had type 1 first. I think my great-grandmother had type 1. I don't know. I didn't really know much about her. But I think she did, and I think she lost a couple of limbs or 4 limbs or something. I don't know. But I know they worked on a farm, and I know they probably worked hard for what they got. Anyways, I mean, life is looking up. I mean, it is, even though sometimes, like I said, like today, I just feel great. I mean, today I feel good. I mean, I'm happy with all the stuff that I'm getting, like that I'm receiving. And I don't mean the material or anything, just I get good feedback. I don't get a lot of negativity. I mean, that one person, but I don't really think it was negativity because they put themselves first and said, they're big too, and that's the thing. And it's like, yeah. And I think my brain still thinks that, I still eat. Unfortunately, and I changed a few things, but I still eat like I did with legs. At least with legs, I could walk or I could move around or I had to go to the mall or something like that, right? But I still eat that way and I can't move. I can move with this chair. It feels like I'm doing 90 miles an hour, but I'm really not exerting myself. And yeah, that's the thing. So I'm going to try to do a little bit better. I mean, I am trying to do a little bit better. I'm not going to. I am. But yeah, it's a hard road sometimes, and people just don't understand that sometimes. And I didn't understand it at one time. And I'm not saying I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me or nothing. I'm just saying it's you gotta switch up gears now, because yeah, it's different. I mean, and I'm sitting there looking around and looking out like, man, this is a bad place to be. And I'm not talking about my daughter's house. This is a bad place to be anywhere in the cold, especially if you're in a wheelchair or you have mobility issues. It's because, like, wow, like, you can't do nothing. You can't really get out there. I mean, I have a fear getting stuck in about that much snow, like when I leave the property. So yeah, it's like it's different, and I'm not used to that. Like yesterday, my daughter took me. Well, we had a great day. Like the 2 kids, and Dante, or not Dante, sorry, Dallas and Durham. No, jeez, no, Dallas and Dawson and my daughter. We went grocery shopping, and we were running around, and like bless him, my grandson Dawson. I said, like I could feel there was a mood about him, and I said, "What's wrong, Dawson?" And he goes, "Well, I don't, I said, "No, what's wrong?" And he says, "Well, I don't want to push you." And I said, "Why don't you want to push me?" And he says, "Well, every time you come to this store, you get mad at me." And I went, "Oh, I do?" He goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, I apologize." So, I did all that, I apologize. And then I started thinking about it today, and he seemed to be better after that, right? So, And I said, okay. I said, I'm not going to push you around. But, like, we're going around slow, right? And it reminds me when I was married, you know, can you do this, Jeff? Can you do that? Okay, I'll do it. And then I sat there and I did it, like cleaned the toilets. Or, I'm a man, right? Clean the toilets, wash the floor, put things away, right? My wife says, you're not doing it right. And I said, what do you mean? She goes, no, 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 no. I said, I just, and it was like, I felt depleted. I felt like, oh, not that I wasn't doing it right. It's like I wasn't doing it her way. Now, present time, when whoever's pushing me, if they're going slow and they don't know my mind, like I like to be a little bit far away. Like I don't want to be right up to the stuff. I want to be back this way a little bit so I can have a better view. And yeah, so I started thinking. I said, yeah, he's doing what you asked him. He's just not doing it your way. And I went, oh, that's the problem. Me. I'm the problem, not others. I'm the problem. And that's what you gotta look. Well, that's what I have to look at. You guys don't have to look at anything, but that's what I gotta look at. That's my insight to myself. It's like looking at myself saying, yeah, because I can be an ass sometimes, and I try not to be, but I used to want to be, and and then I decided that's not good. A little rough in the face, but no, I try not to be, and and I'm really proud, and I really, thumbs up for standing up to the old guy. He didn't do it roughly or nothing. He wasn't rude or nothing. It's just he said it. This is matter of factly, and I went, okay. Even his mum praised him. He said, yeah, did you tell him? He goes, yeah. He goes, good. That's the way it is now. Let's move on. It's like, okay, yeah. So, I got to be aware of that stuff. I should be grateful that somebody is pushing my fat butt through the store. And I forget that sometimes. Not an excuse. I guess that's the human part of me, but I forget that. But anyways, for now, I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful that people are still helping me and still wanting to, do things. And I'm grateful that some things are coming closer to getting going. And I'm thinking about maybe today phoning a bus for tomorrow and going somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I can't use my other chair. I'll do a little video on that the next time. I can't use my other chair because I can't get out of the driveway with it. If I get stuck out there, because it's all hand power, so if I get stuck out there, if I don't have somebody to help me, I mean, I'm not moving anywhere. I'm stuck dead in the snowbank somewhere. Yeah. Anyways, on that note, I love yous all. Remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, love yourself, love others, especially love yourself. And yeah, until the next time, wherever you are on your travels, peace, be safe. And and a shout out to all my friends, Brent, Joseph, Chrome, Emmy, all them guys out there. I envy them a little bit, not in a bad way. They're out there doing their thing, but and if you haven't watched Emmy, like she has her own struggles too, and it's just like, yeah. I mean, I can relate to that because it's like, yeah, we all got our own struggles, and we all got things, so it's like, yeah. So, and I'm just glad that they're my friends. I'm glad. I'm happy. Part of my life I don't have to worry about, And Joseph, I've watched it. I watched his podcast the other day. I think it was on for 3 hours. And I told, I said, here, I'm in the house. I got one of them little wrenches beside my name, but I really don't do anything. I guess it gave me like friend benefits or something. I got a blue wrench. Anyways, so I'm sitting there and I'm just listening to him. And people say, oh, you still there? And I said, oh, yeah. I'm just listening, trying to learn something. I mean, Joseph and I aren't alike, but he's got a lot of things. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And even he's got a lot of stuff. He seems to be concerned about, what's happening with his up and down and viewers, and he's got a whole bunch of, like, he hunts, he forages, like, I don't know what you call that. He's looking for food, edibles, and I don't mean to get high or nothing, but he's looking for all that, and he fishes, and he does van life all at the same time, and like, he does all that together, and he helps out people, and that's how he makes his way. So he just doesn't. I guess he felt like he's not sure what direction to go, but so I look at that, and I say, yeah, like, I mean, that happens sometimes. Hit a little bit of a roadblock, but I guess the point to everything is keep on going. One day, one step. Keep on going. Don't go back, because there's nothing back there. That's history. So, anyways, that's all I have to say. Said too much already. Have yourself a great day. I love you all. Ciao. Bye-bye.